Thanks for clicking. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one.
The project. Marcus had been in construction for 22 years. He wasn't the loudest guy on site, but he was known for two things: building with precision and never missing a deadline. He'd been the site supervisor on everything from grocery stores to luxury condos. The latest project was a big one, a high-end retail complex in a fast-developing area. Concrete, steel beams, glass curtain walls, the works. The kind of job that meant bonuses if it finished ahead of schedule. But this time, Marcus wasn't calling the shots alone. The general contractor overseeing everything had brought in Troy, a fresh-out-of-business school project manager, who wore loafers on site, spoke in acronyms, and looked at blueprints like they were IKEA instructions. From day one, Troy rubbed everyone the wrong way. He treated experienced foremen like interns, barked orders using the wrong terminology, and bragged constantly about his efficiency-first philosophy. Guys, this is going to be streamlined. No time wasted double-checking everything. Trust the system. Marcus raised an eyebrow but said nothing, yet. 2. Red flags and rushed plans. The first few weeks ran okay, mostly site prep and foundational work. But as soon as steel framing began, cracks, figuratively, started showing. Troy insisted they skip the usual pre-check walkthroughs. No need, he said. The measurements are right on the plans. Stick to them. Don't overthink it. Marcus countered, plans change. We always verify before cutting and installing beams. You don't want a miscut 24-foot steel beam showing up an inch short. Troy rolled his eyes. That's wasted time and labor. Just cut it per plan and get it up. You sure? Marcus asked, voice steady. Troy smirked. I'm the project manager. I sign off. Do it. So Marcus did. 3. Just doing what I'm told. Marcus gathered the team. We're going to stop double-checking. Follow the plans exactly. Don't adjust, don't verify, don't improvise, even if something looks off. There was a long pause. You mean, even if it's obviously wrong? Marcus nodded. Yep. Orders from the top. One of the welders laughed nervously. All right, boss. Just hope these beams don't end up in the wrong place. Spoiler, they did. By the end of the week, steel beams meant to support the second level had gaps of up to 1.5 inches due to faulty plan measurements. 2 columns had to be redone entirely. The fabricator had to rush reorders at 3x the cost. Troy, furious, stormed onto the site. What the hell happened? Marcus calmly handed him the cut sheet and a copy of Troy's own memo. Skip all on-site measurements. Follow plans directly. You signed this, Marcus said. Well, you should have known better than to trust a flawed plan. Marcus smiled. You said not to overthink. So I didn't. 4. The concrete catastrophe. Weeks later, the crew began prepping for one of the largest pours on the site, a structural slab for the second-floor deck. Traditionally, the crew would check the formwork elevations the day before, laser levels, tape and string lines, to make sure nothing had shifted. But Troy had another brilliant idea. Skip the pre-check. The forms were set yesterday. Just pour. Marcus raised an eyebrow again. Even a millimeter off on a slab like this could cause major stress cracks down the road. Troy waved him off. Analysis paralysis. You guys overcomplicate everything. You want that in writing? Marcus asked deadpan. Yeah. Fine. So Marcus printed out Troy's instruction and taped it to the job trailer. They poured 3,200 square feet of concrete the next morning. By noon they noticed something wrong. The slab had a gradual slope, a 2-inch drop from one end to the other. Somehow, one end of the formwork had settled slightly overnight. No one had checked. The concrete had already begun curing. Troy went ballistic. This is a nightmare. That's going to mess with the entire second floor. Marcus just pointed to the taped memo. We followed your instructions exactly. It cost $38,000 to grind and repour portions of the slab. 5. The final straw. At this point, everyone on site knew Marcus was playing the long game. Every time Troy gave an order, Marcus made sure it was in writing. Every flawed instruction, every refusal to verify measurements, every time he skipped permitting steps, it was all logged, labeled, and time-stamped. Then came the fire escape debacle. Troy ordered the team to install a prefabricated staircase based on a CAD drawing. Marcus noted that the staircase was 3 feet too short for code. It also didn't include the required mid-landing due to elevation. I've already ordered it, Troy snapped. Install it. That'll be a code violation, Marcus said calmly. Just follow the drawing. So they did. The city inspector arrived the next day and halted all work on that side of the site. Code violation. Unsafe egress. $10,000 fine. 2-week delay. The inspector asked who signed off on the staircase design. Marcus handed him a printed email from Troy. Per attached drawing, proceed with stair install. No further changes needed. 6. Audit day. A month later, the execs from the development firm arrived to walk the site. Rumors had reached their ears about cost overruns and multiple delays. Troy spent the morning scrambling to make everything look polished. He even tried to pin the blame on Marcus, saying the crews were slow and resistant to change. When the head of construction asked for clarification, Marcus simply opened a binder. It was 2 inches thick. Inside, every change order Troy had made. Every instruction to skip verification. Every memo denying Marcus's safety warnings. Photos of incorrect installs alongside email approvals. The final page was a spreadsheet tallying the extra costs incurred. $113,000 in rework, delays, and fines. The exec read it in silence. Then turned to Troy. You're done. 7. Resolution. Troy was quietly let go 2 days later. Marcus wasn't the gloating type. He just told his crew, all right. Back to building things right. The project finished 5 weeks later than originally planned, but came in under the revised budget because, without Troy's interference, things ran smoothly again. And Marcus? He got an offer to oversee 3 more projects with full control, and a sizable bonus. 8. Epilogue. Months later, someone asked Marcus if he ever regretted not stepping in and fixing things before they went off the rails. He just smiled. Sometimes the best way to teach someone why we do things a certain way is to let them learn the hard way. He sipped his coffee. After all, I was just following orders. The end.
But what would you have done? Have you ever had to follow bad instructions from someone who clearly didn't know what they were doing? Would you have corrected the mistakes quietly, or let them crash and burn like Marcus did? And what's the worst case of malicious compliance you've ever seen on a construction site, or any job site? Drop your story in the comments. I read them all, and yours might just inspire the next video. And if you like this one, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and share it with someone who's ever had to deal with a know-it-all boss. Until the next video.